Cooper Marcher here. Ernest Hemingway is remembered as one of the greatest American writers of the 20th century. Hemingway produced most of his work between the mid-1920s and the 1950s, and he won the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1954. He died in 1961. Many of his works are considered classics of American literature. He was a journalist, hunter, and fisherman, and a lover of cats. Specifically, he is associated with polydactyl cats, or cats that have more than the normal number of toes per foot. It is also known as hyperdactyly, and is usually a completely harmless oddity. The Ernest Hemingway Home and Museum in Key West, Florida, is now home to approximately 50 to 60 polydactyl cats. Cats normally have 5 front toes and 4 back toes, but about half the cats at the museum have the physical polydactyl trait, but they all carry the polydactyl gene in their DNA, which means that the ones that have 4 or 5 toes can still mother or father 6-toed kittens. Most cats have extra toes on their front feet, and sometimes on their back feet as well. Sometimes it looks as though they are wearing mittens because they appear to have a thumb on their paw. So those are some really big murder mitts. Ernest Hemingway was given a white 6-toed cat by a ship's captain in the 1930s, and some of the cats who live on the museum grounds are descendants of that original cat named Snow White. Key West is a small island, and it is possible that many of the cats on the island are related. The polydactyl cats are not a particular breed. This trait can appear in any breed. Routine procedures are performed at the museum for the resident cats by Dr. Eddie Clark. Dr. Clark also administers annual vaccinations and performs routine health maintenance. Hemingway named all of his cats after famous people, so they continue to follow that tradition today. Cats are capable of learning and responding to their names, particularly if they have an affectionate relationship with the person who calls them. The caretakers do control the population and limit it to about 40 to 50 cats at any one time. Each cat is tended to throughout their lifetime, and they are buried in the garden with a gravestone when they pass away. You can learn more about Hemingway's life and death while being surrounded by all of his possessions at his house and museum. I would like to visit there, wouldn't you? Ernest Hemingway committed suicide by shooting himself in 1961 at the age of 61. His wife at the time, his fourth, stated he accidentally shot himself, but it was later ruled a suicide. The story is very interesting, and I encourage you to Google it if you have the time. He was also famous for saying, quote, "One cat just leads to another," end quote. Cooper Marcher here. Ciao.